Cart driver Unanda is trying to set me at ease. He's absolutely convinced his ox cart is protected by the spirits. Yesterday, he prayed for their help in a shrill ceremony of incantation. I'm on the run again, on the run from the rat race. I'm consciously avoiding modern means of transportation, deliberately trying to get around the old-fashioned way. I'm on a trip through the past, in a country where a military dictatorship has brought progress to a virtual standstill for almost half a century. Myanmar seems as if it's in a time warp. But I'm not here just because I'm nostalgic for the good old days. In this country, which has been involuntarily frozen in time and isolated from the rest of the world, I'm looking for values which in other places have become the victim of unbridled technological innovation. This country, formerly known as Burma, reminds you of a place you thought no longer exists. It transfigures itself into a picturesque work of art from a long-gone era. This is Burma, and it will be quite unlike any land you know about. So said Rudyard Kipling more than a century ago, when Burma was a British colony. Around me are the monumental ruins of the ancient royal city of Bagan, a great metropolis which King Anwarata made into the capital of his Burmese empire more than 1,000 years ago. Over 2,000 religious structures were built in only 250 years in order to bring the salvation of nirvana a step closer. Formerly, alongside Bagan's religious buildings, there stood wooden houses and palaces for the royal family, courtiers and civil servants, and simple bamboo huts for the common people. Today, I meet only a few farmers between the monumental temples and pagodas, along with Western tourists. Bagan was the earthly manifestation of the spiritual cosmos of its time, a sort of Buddhist Jerusalem. From the point of view of our materialistic society, this country is very poor. There are hardly any refrigerators or stereo systems. The electricity supply is miserable. Cars are rare and roads are horrible. Despite this, I find intact families who help each other out, people living in inner harmony and satisfaction. Min Aung lives in one of the few villages around Bagan. What he makes from his peanut field and palm orchard is enough to support his family of 5. The land is fertile. Here, no one starves. His son, U Po, builds a boat motor out of pieces of junk, using archaic 60-year-old technology from the British colonial era. The workers need to provide their combined muscle power to make tools and equipment using the most basic methods. Due to the shortage of material, creativity and talent for innovation are required. As always, U Min prays to the spirit of the tree before he climbs up 30 meters to harvest the sweet juice of his palmyra palm. It frightens me just to see him working so high up. Health insurance and pension plans are unknown here. Like all old people, Da On Ma, his 85-year-old grandmother, plays an important role in the life of the family. This human bond is visible all over. The soul of the country seems to be intact. But travelers tend to romanticize. For a foreigner, Myanmar appears to be a fairy tale world. This is a deceptive impression. The people here know the meaning of poverty. The country is taking tentative steps toward opening up. Many younger Burmese no longer have any desire to live in a fairy tale land. They no longer want to live in idyllic bamboo huts and ride in quaint ox carts. They're demanding what's been denied them for decades, to become part of the global economy. But at what price? What will happen when they leave their intact village life to move to the booming cities of Yangon or Mandalay? Will they be able to survive in the world of the new economy? Or will only a few profit from the new prosperity, while all the others live in misery in slums, like in neighboring countries? U Ba Tain and his wife still make the water jugs for the village. U Cha Te and his family still weave airy bamboo wall panels. And Tiri Sandar still makes up her face, like almost all the women and girls, with protective Tanaka paste. She's getting dressed up for a big celebration, the day in which her son Ko Mang Chi becomes a novice monk. Once upon a time, there was a wealthy prince. Siddhartha Gautama lived in a luxurious palace and dressed in fine clothes with gold and precious jewels. But one day he left his palace to discover the world. He was shocked by the misery of the people he encountered. So he gave up his family, his riches, and his power. He roamed for years, fasted, and meditated in order to achieve enlightenment. He became known the world over as the Buddha. The lives of Ko Mang Chi and his friends are about to change profoundly. Their heads are to be shaved, and they'll be allowed almost no possessions other than a robe and a begging bowl. On this day, they'll first become spoiled princes, and then austere monks. Thus they follow the steps of the Buddha. Life in the monastery is supposed to help them build character, to become friendly, kind, and humble.